It is that time again, boys and ghouls, demons and addicts alike. That's right, me and Minnie Reap here and Brother Mortimer have got yet another Amazeballs edition of the Horror Barbecue. We have lit the fire. We've got the hot sauce ready to go. And oh, you bet we gave some intimate loving to the meat for tonight because damn it, we got a grudge match of the century. Tonight we are pitting two very much so iconic films. One that is from our beloved 80s and one that is from the last 10 years. And they kind of share part of the same name. The Funhouse from 1981 versus the Funhouse Massacre. And let me tell you, this is going to be a toughie. It's not going to be easy. Your feelings are going to be trifled with. The inner machinations of what you know that is real and not real will be tested. The darkness shall engulf you. And ooh, if there aren't some gory, great details for you to know about these two films, that's going to make you run straight to them streaming services and watch them tonight. Because let me tell you, horrifically goodness is upon us. But before we get into all this madness, we're going to take a quick commercial break to honestly probably the best sponsor of this show that there could ever be, because who doesn't need a little bit of horror-struck hot sauce on their ribs tonight? Check it out. Yes. You absolutely need to get y'all's asses over to horrorstruckhotsauce.com. Check out all the fucking tasty, devilishly deliciousness flavors of all the hot sauces that he makes, including getting some of that creature feature beef jerky. I dare ya. Definitely get on over there, check out what he's got, and make sure that you add that to your palate. All righty then. This is the time to share this out. Anywhere and everywhere there is a horror lover. I don't care if you got to wake up your auntie, your great aunt Mildred, your mother, your sister, your cousin. I don't give a fuck. Wake them all. Wake the dead, because this is the time. See, you got Mortimer working overtime, the graveyard shift, to try to wake the dead to check this episode out. So make sure that we are sharing that out, because, damn it, somewhere, someone's going to need a little horror therapy. I know I do. You really do. And just to let you know, before we get started with our synopsis on these two films tonight, that's right, one day, Jackson, Tennessee Demons. That is right. Reaper is heading back to the Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest this Saturday. If you are in that area, you want to see 12 excellent underground bands that are just, opening portals to hell all over the place, as well as some excellent barbecue, as I am now officially told, that there's going to be a great barbecue food truck there. And then, of course, you got myself and the Defiler from Defiler of the Crown Art. will be there. The demonic duo back together again. Black Flame representing. Come check us out for some great new art prints. Defiler magazine issue 1. You want to get your satanic hands on a copy of that? Let me tell you, because it's going to be amazeballs.
It's fresh off the hearse.
Fresh off the hearse and inked in blood. This thing is gorgeous. Not to mention, you can get all the signed Reapers Underground merch, DVDs, CDs, prints, and of course, Golemar from Stoner Snake will be there too. So you can get a free selfie with the man himself.
And get to meet the hosts of Tracks of the Damned.
That's right. We also do Tracks of the Damned together as well, and he is also the goddamn program alumnus. Yeah. So we'll definitely keep you in stitches. So we're going to start with the Funhouse. You know, in the heyday of the 80s, we're talking about 1981, Reaper was just kind of a little cuddly teddy bear at that year. I was still slaying, but I couldn't slay in full mode just yet. I had a small scythe. My hood was a little shorter. But this film kind of came out in the midst of the slasher genre starting to come into its own. And here we have the master, one of the masters of horror, Tobe Hooper, who gave us the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, decides to take it a little bit closer to home. Who doesn't go to the Funhouse when they go to a carnival? I know I do. Sometimes I'm one of the main attractions.
Yes, I've had to sue companies a couple times because they try to keep me.
Right? They try to chain you up. They don't want us to leave.
Well, when you got an undead mortician, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm pretty good at waking the dead. It's like you got a really good attraction right there, you know?
Exactly. If the bearded lady is feeling sick, you know, you're up. You know?
Right.
But
she's a sweetheart, you know.
Yeah. And the Funhouse has always been kind of like the unwritten word of trying to turn into massive horror. Because, you know, as a kid, especially at that time, going through these things, it kind of scares the hell out of you until you get to those, you know, those mirrors that kind of make you look
right. Exactly. See, and then that's actually a really good point.
I lose weight every time.
Well, it's like that's a really good point, because at the carnivals and the fairs and stuff like that, you had, what did they call, the dark rides and the dark houses.
Oh yeah, houses. The extra spooky dooky areas.
And with this one, Tobe Hooper ended up mixing those two together. That the Funhouse is the animatronics and the scares, along with the wonky mirrors and the uneven floors, and he combined them two into this really big place.
Hell yeah!
But it was like you could tell it was a lot of his stuff comes from his inspirations in the moment or when he was growing up. So it was probably, like you just said, it was probably the idea kind of grew from getting the, you know.
Well,
going to and stuff yourself.
Because when people back then would go to the carnival, kids, they loved the rides.
Oh,
of course they do.
Yeah.
But it was like one of those things where they got to go to the Funhouse.
Yeah.
They want the shit scared out of them. It's not Halloween.
Right, right.
And that's the place they could go. And that's where people would take dates.
Yep. Exactly, because you got
to curl up with their lover of choice and try to get a little fun time in the dark.
Well, and that's exactly the style of ride that this is. So I think you nailed. I think you put the coffin nail right in that. I believe that you know, growing up through that experience where it was a big deal. Especially back then, you know, it's like in the 50s, you know, that crap out of somebody, you just drop a skeleton in front of them. It's not like it is nowadays where,
No,
art's going to
you better be,
and turn a person into a Cuisinart.
yeah.
But the man's got skills. I'll give him that. He's shy and he's quiet, and the horn gets annoying when you're trying to have a phone conversation with him. but he does good work. He does really good work. He gets into his work, and he's always laughing. I mean, come on, But I think that's kind of the same kind of thing. By really, it's like the Funhouse was meant to shock and fun, like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's supposed to give you a good time.
Yeah, but a safe
just
time.
on a little bit of a darker trip.
Yes, but a safe time. And then, of course, because you're dealing with Toby Hooper, that is completely out the window.
Yeah, it's completely the fucking opposite.
And the interesting part that I can say for Demons right out of the gate, before we even get into this film, you have creature effects by Rick Baker.
Probably hands down my most favorite effects person of all time.
Agreed.
Hello, Werewolf in London.
Him and Dick Smith are my favorites for sure. But and that's the thing too, though, is it's like okay, when speaking of which, when Lizzie saw the display of a part of the creature in this film,
mm-hmm.
the first thing she said was, "Look at all that detail." And it's because it's Rick Baker. So
he's a very detail-oriented kind of effects artist.
Exactly, but it's like people with this one have to not be surprised because it's the same aspect. Both films are low-budget films considered to big-budget stuff.
Right.
But don't think that low budget ever means from us low caliber.
No.
And it's not. Look at Toby Hooper with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was not a big budget movie at all by any stretch of the imagination. And they created something there that nobody has been able to really mimic.
Right.
They've tried. A lot of people have tried, and I'm not saying there aren't good ones in the Chainsaw and the Saw family. I'm not saying that.
No.
But you can't recapture the lightning that they did in the first film. And what Toby does with this is it's like he does the same thing, though, is it's as much as the concept of we have a group of individuals that go somewhere they shouldn't be.
Right. But you got to remember, everyone that's coming to this thing isn't expecting what they're actually going to get.
Oh, well, that is true. No, that's very true. It's like, because even as you come into the film, there's an unease that he was able to do. It's like you see the kids and stuff, and it's like something bad's going to happen.
Doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, something bad's going to happen, and Toby Hooper has always been amazing for that. Because
he's good at setting the stage.
Exactly. Because it's also, too, remember, he's responsible for Poltergeist.
Right.
And another...
He's good at bringing the chills.
Yeah, but also to genre-defining films. And this one, to me, I think it's forgotten about.
Absolutely.
And I was really glad that you brought it up. And to see that both films, and in my opinion, succeed, even though they had a low budget, that it didn't get in their way at all, really.
Nope, not at all.
But it's like, too, even with the low budget, it's like you have Toby Hooper as your director. You have Rick Baker as your makeup effects guy.
Well, you can't go wrong right there.
It's like, really, most of your work's already in the bag. You're already done. You're going to have a great film. But for this one, you have it where we have our group of friends meeting up at the carnival to hang out. Like you said, ride the rides, get the popcorn, cotton candy, all the good fun stuff, you know. And it's like, but the thing is too, though, it's not kids. It's definitely
Right.
older teenagers.
Yes.
We're talking about the 80s, so it's mostly people 29, 30 playing teenagers.
Exactly.
And they all end up deciding by, it's starting to get darker through the day, as they're at the carnival, and go, you know what? We should all agree to stay the night in the funhouse when the carnival closes.
Yeah. Because that's just a great idea, right?
Well, it's exactly, and it's like, okay, when you brought up that it was like really early into the slasher genre, and it was,
Mm-hmm.
it was starting to really catch its stride there for a minute, that would define the 80s. The
Yes.
poster too that you showed of Funhouse, that one was very, very big right there for the video stores, for the box art, because it's 3D of a clown with the hatchet in his hand popping out at you out of it like a
Oh,
jack in the
yeah.
box.
Being afraid of clowns started very early.
But as well as I do, for the 80s, the art, it's like with the Amazing comic books from back in the day, and even the Conan, comics and stuff that they did. It was the artwork behind them.
Yes.
And this one, it's the same thing with that. It's like, as he did with Chainsaw, Toby Hooper saturates this film with presence and what this place is, that it's a working, traveling carnival, people that know each other, stuff like that.
Right.
People in Frankenstein masks trying to put moves on the fortune later, or the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you end up behind the scenes seeing a situation to where the barker for this carnival really mistreats the guy that runs, like pushes the carts to start at the fun house.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you definitely sense, obviously the dude's sketch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
From
yeah.
the get-go. But at the same token, it's almost like, with his pitch, how all these guys
Yeah.
do, especially back then, trying to get you to want to do this ride. And it's almost like they're trying, hoping that you're going to get hurt.
Right. Well, see, yeah, and that's the thing, is it's like, that's my relative that is in The Legend of Bloody Bones with us.
Ah, welcome, welcome.
He gets to dispatch Reverend Mallory.
Fantastic.
But it's the same as like for this, is it's like you get to understand that it's like this guy is not a nice man.
Mm-mm.
that he's abusive to the people that work there and stuff, but especially to his son, which we've only seen him walking around in a Frankenstein costume,
Right,
because he's out front pushing the carts to start on the ride for the funhouse. And the more you get to see of him, you get to realize that he might be compromised
to say the least.
mentally from the abuse and possibly other things, but you're not really aware,
No.
but you're seeing episodes of like really bad violent outbreaks, not towards like anybody, just objects, and tears rooms apart,
Yeah.
because of the mistreatment,
Well, sure.
and then,
Wouldn't that piss you off?
oh, of course, you know what I mean, of course. But it's like, that's how you get to get this one to start setting you up for basically you as an audience member getting into the cart, as he said, and going in the ride and try to survive a night in the funhouse.
And, every guy that's there with his girl is like, oh, don't worry. It's going to be okay.
Exactly. And it's like,
He's an asshole, but it's going to be fun.
Like in parts too, for this, which is interesting. the person that was supposed to be playing the main scary guy of the film was supposed to be Rick Baker. Toby Hooper had initially wanted him to actually play the character.
It would have been amazing.
It would have, especially to me, because I think, especially as a special effects artist, you put yourself into your creations, no matter what they are. Every artist does that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. See, so beautiful.
So when we're talking about detail, this is heavily detailed and just mortifying when you think about what you're going to see through this funhouse. You're thinking, oh, it's going to be a drop-down skeleton, maybe a witch, going,
you do.
You might even have Dracula pop up, but I'm sure they weren't ready for him.
Now, see, which is funny, and I'm almost 100% positive that this came out before Chopping Mall.
Yep.
But it reminds me the same kind of vibe almost of Chopping Mall, where they're, we're going to stay in this closed place overnight.
Yeah, they were really hip with that.
Yeah, for a while.
The early 80s.
Yeah.
We're going to do a lock-in.
Night of the Demons, or Demons, actually.
Exactly.
For the movie screening. Popcorn.
Totally.
Yeah, a lot of those. But it's also the thing with this is there's a lot of really old school animatronics.
Oh, yeah.
That here's the interesting part. Okay,
yeah, they're terrifying on their own.
Oh, yeah, you'll get a kick out of this. Okay, some of them were owned by Toby Hooper.
I totally believe that.
And were also used in a Billy Idol music video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, but now, though, unfortunately, after Toby passed, nobody knows what happened to any of them. But it's a lot of the big animatronics that are featured in it. And it's not ones that, he got at Home Depot or, they didn't do that back then.
No.
These are ones that were bought probably from old carnivals or traveling shows or whatever. And for that design there that Rick did for the makeup was, and I caught this. I wanted to see what Toby's inspiration was. And basically it said, well, the big thing going to the sideshows and the fun houses back then was, you'd have the pickled punks.
Yep.
You'd have the different, two-headed calves, things like that. And there was one of those, that's displayed in the film. And it's like a two-faced, I think it's a two-faced cow or a two-headed cow or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that's never established is who our main bad guy's mother was.
Right.
And he never wanted it answered. But to think to the point that he maybe has some animal DNA in him.
I mean,
hence why he's got his deformities the way that he does.
Mm-hmm.
But for, a lot of our demons, the original plan and design that they had for what was going to happen within this film got toned down greatly for what was actually released.
Ratings, yeah.
Well, because
what the FCC, yeah.
Well, I agree with them on this one because the creature was going to have a driving focus other than dispatching. Yeah. And for every single one of them. So
which is kind of crazy. And I think it's because movies like, The Hills Have Eyes, I Spit on Your Grave, from the 70s.
Yeah.
People, as we got into the 80s, they're like, oh, things are so fucking out of whack. we want to try to bring some of this down. Little early censorship, but yet, Friday the 13th went off without a hitch. So it's almost like they kind of picked and choose. But I think for something that depraved, they wanted to like bring that down.
Yeah, but I agree with that, because the aspects that you get, what they show, you get enough of the point across.
Well, sure, he's a tortured soul.
Well, yeah, he's a tortured soul that literally decides to give in to those voices,
right?
To lash out. Finally,
but I mean,
people.
Could you imagine?
Well, to me, it was also the aspect of you're trespassing in my home.
If you were that, I think you would want to take your frustrations out and
see. I want to know if he's Sam from Trick or Treat's daddy.
I could totally see that.
Or a little Pumpkinhead lineage there.
There could be. Why not?
I mean.
But honestly, this film was so good, gore-wise.
Oh, yeah.
That, I mean, Fangoria magazine was all over it.
Yep.
Because, we got used to Leatherface toting somebody else's face, and he's chainsawing these people, and he's eating them. So the next logical step, I think, for Tobe Hooper was to get into the creature realm a little bit.
Yeah.
He gave us a creature that wasn't supernatural. It was something a little bit more like the runt of the litter.
Well, kind of, yeah, like to where, okay, how they say, well, it's like the old adage, you are what you eat, right? Or a product of your environment. He was a product.
Definitely in this case.
He was the product of a traveling sideshow that had mutated exhibits, as well as himself.
And he didn't really fit anywhere else.
No, he didn't. But that's like, too, where I would say it's like most of the time, for most of the film, he's in a Frankenstein mask.
Yep.
Which was a Savage Eye Frankenstein mask. They're
easier to hide than it is to show your true face.
And they're hard to get your hands on nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Because the company
doesn't big money. Big money.
Yeah.
But for him, for Tobe Hooper to attack, a beloved mainstay for many people, many families.
Oh, yeah.
To darken it up in this way was genius. It was something that has not been done.
Well, no, exactly.
And it made you think twice about going into the Funhouse.
Well, I'd say a lot of films took a lot of things from this later down the line. And inspiration through this for different, even the the next film that we got, I would say even a little bit.
Oh yeah,
but does it its own different way completely. So it's good to see that kind of stuff, and that's Tobe Hooper. He's always knocking out. He was always, it's like, and then he comes along with Poltergeist. And it's like he makes where's the bad? It's in your house. They're here.
The closer
that
you can bring the fear to making it more realistic, even though it's still fantasy, he was able to bring everything that he's done close to home. And that's what made his films way more terrifying.
Well, because he would also put you in the perspective of the person trying to get away from it. You're in it with him. You're feeling the panicked breaths and it's getting closer. Oh God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know what to do.
Oh man, he brought the tension like no other.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like
him and John Carpenter.
Well, that's the thing. It's like horror masters. They're called, the horror icons and horror masters because they are. because their bodies at work represent it. It's like it's films that are still talked about and studied today, like we're doing right now.
Exactly. And now, for everybody out there in the Black Flame universe, it is time to show you why it's not safe to go into the Funhouse.
Who will dare to face the challenge of the Funhouse? Who is mad enough to enter that world of darkness?
Something is alive in the Funhouse. Something not alive like its father. Something better dead. Something that has the form of a human, but not the face.
This better be good.
It's gonna be great. Something that feeds off the flesh and blood of young innocents.
Come on, here we go. This is it.
Something that tonight will turn the Funhouse into a carnival of terror.
I don't know what that thing is. We're gonna find you. I just want to get the hell out of here.
The Funhouse, coming soon from Universal Pictures. The Funhouse. It's a carnival of terror from Tobe Hooper, the director who terrified you with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Now, that's a trailer.
That's how you do it.
You know, it brought the madness and made you want to watch it. So audiences back then, they saw that and they were like, oh, this is going to be something special. So definitely an amazing film. And it's available on Prime Video right now. And it's not very expensive to rent. So hopefully we've inspired you to want to go and check this film out. The trailer is just amazeballs. If that didn't whet your palate and get your fangs ready to sink your teeth into it, I don't know what will. But definitely Tobe Hooper, can't go wrong. But then let's fast forward into shit. Hold on, I want to make sure I get the year right.
2015.
Thank you. 2015. And we have yet again a massive. Now, the thing, we got horror icons in this film in the cast. So the fact that, you know, the person that directed it, who obviously did a sick job with this idea. It was something that honestly has never been done, because they kind of took a look at the haunt season, which we're in right now. Many of you out there in the Black Flame universe are going to these haunted houses.
Our brother Kyler, you know,
Exactly. He's there freaking, you know, scaring everybody every night of the weekend.
making us proud.
And this time, what better? Because people are always saying, what makes people want to be actors in haunts, right? And it's actually a very simple answer to that. And that's to bring fright and fun all at the same time.
Yep.
So we give you this other piece of carnage candy known as the Funhouse Massacre. The poster itself almost says it all, to be perfectly honest. And top billing for this film is Robert Englund himself. Freddy, the man of your nightmares. I mean, right then and there, I was sold. I'm like, it's fucking Robert Englund. I'm going to watch this thing.
It's true.
But he is kind of like our precursor in this film for what is about to happen.
He wets the whistle.
He really does.
He's our horror.
Literally. But he
sets the stage. So
yes, definitely sets the stage for what is about to happen. You take the idea of these big $1 million haunts, right? And never has there been one that the whole theme was real life serial killers. It kind of reminds me of like that American Dad episode.
Yeah, that was the only thing I could think of is the American Dad episode. Exactly.
You know, where Stan is like, I got to have a scarier haunt than the guy down the road. So I'm going to fly in a bunch of serial killers and make this thing crazy. Only this is something that was planned ahead of time, although the haunt doesn't know it.
No. Which who would? You know, it's like they're not very good killers on serial killers on that front. If they, you know, hey, we're going to show up at this time with like a truckload of murderers and killers. And
we got our tools. We'll bring them down. We got party favors for the kids.
Are you talking about a raffle?
But, you know, and brilliantly,
is there a potluck, you
know? We have Courtney Gaines, our beloved Courtney Gaines from Children of the Corn, who is the ringmaster for this haunt. And it's his bright fucking idea to set the stage in each of the rooms to basically, you know, bring the public into what it would be like to be in these specific serial killers, basically kill rooms, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And I mean, the idea that they had for these guys is just literally amazing. You have a professional wrestler who is a hulking guy.
Yeah.
He is probably 7 feet tall. And he's a professional wrestler that got kicked out for killing too many of his opponents.
Yeah.
And we don't want to give too much away because we want you to watch the film. But he is probably, in my opinion, the most terrifying of them all. There is another one, though, that I think kind of hits close to home with everyone. Because who likes to go to the dentist? I know I don't. Fuck that shit. You have Dr. Suave, the dentist who believed that some teeth just couldn't be fixed without making extra holes.
Well, it's true. I mean, to be able to come in through the front or the back would make it much easier to do the dental work.
Well, exactly. But, you know, at the same token,
well, it helps if you're undead. I mean, if you're mortal, you're going to have a really bad time.
Exactly. His whole shtick is, I want to make you pain-free. Well, what better than to put a hole through the back of your head with a drill?
From the front.
From the front. Straight through the mouth to the back.
You got to get that molar.
It's like, I'm going to give you a few crowns along the way. Might take a tooth here, a tooth there. I mean, this guy is a master of torture. I fucking love his character because I get squeamish every time I see him work. And then we have the mental Manny. He can command a flock no matter who you put in front of him. He prefers Manny the Prophet. We call him Mental Manny. He literally can suck you into his world so that he can, make you depart to meet your maker.
Yeah, he's your serial killer cult leader.
Yep. Honestly, I think Clint Howard's character is probably my favorite. He's the taxidermist. He is an artist with his madness. Definitely somebody you don't want to stage you in such a way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like at least he tries to.
He'll make you better, but I don't think he's going to make you prettier.
Well, I mean, I'm not against stitches and multiple body parts put together in odd ways. I mean, that's a Tuesday for me. So, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, and it's Clint Howard, so it's always respect. I love Clint Howard.
Oh yes, he'll pose you in all kinds of ways,
or give you some.
Always has great insight as to
turn you into ice cream.
Make you look exactly. Yeah. And speaking of Stitches, let's not forget Stitches the clown.
You got to have the clown in there, and my thing with her, which I thought she did quite well, but just some advice to our demons for future viewings. She's a little prickly.
A little bit.
She can really drive the point home multiple times.
Especially if she doesn't like what you have to say, you might find your mouth sewn shut.
Yeah, not really big into talking in class. I mean,
nope.
But it's the same. I mean, everybody's got their rules and their guidelines that they follow.
So this is what happens, when all these, serial killers are set free and they're looking for a new place to work. Where better than a haunt, right? Especially one dedicated to their work. I mean, they're like, sign me up. Let's go. We're missing one, and I'm not sure why his card didn't come up. But we have a chef who, I mean, this man has a palate like no other.
Well, it's like he was inspired from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He does love his chili. He loves his finger foods. He believes everyone, has good taste.
And chances are you might end up a human shish kebab.
That's possible.
And brilliantly played by E.E. Bell, Animal the Cannibal.
Yep. Yeah, which our demons will recognize from Married with Children.
Exactly.
Yeah. And a completely different character in this.
Completely. You would not expect it.
Yeah.
But let's also clue them into a little bit more Black Flame universe. There's a lot of comedy in this film.
Yes.
You literally will be in stitches just from that alone.
It gave me Tucker and Dale vibes in parts.
Absolutely. A police force of only 2 sheriffs. One who really doesn't know his job very well. Likes to try to think that he does, but he doesn't. And he's fucking brilliant. He's my favorite dude. Ben Begley. Yeah, Ben Begley. Deputy Doyle. Deputy Doyle is someone you're going to fall in love with. He's going to make you laugh.
Yeah.
And at the same token, you're going to be also very surprised at the moxie that he ends up having.
Right. Yes. Which I enjoyed as well. But it's like you were saying there is it's like you've got some pretty brutal horror, definitely. But you've also got that.
It is gorelicious.
Yeah, it's got the comedy sewn in there, even with the gore and then the horror at times too. And it's like always a fun ride. You've got stoner jokes in it too. It's like you've got.
You gotta love a serial killer that likes to play with their food.
It's like, oh, it's like I'm gonna post this, I'm gonna Instagram this stuff, and
Oh man, that's one of my favorite themes in this film, because it really does touch upon the fact that everyone, especially in 2015, are so glued to social media that they have to capture every moment. But what everyone doesn't realize, that the moments they're capturing are people actually being killed, and they think it looks so real, and they love it. They're having a great time. You got a couple that decides to get a little randy in the bathroom, not knowing that that was their last piece of tail.
well, last tango in Paris.
That's right.
They just weren't running in Paris.
And I love the emphasis on beauty too at the same time, because it's the pretty ones that get cut that get pissed off the most, and calling everyone else freaks. They're just looking for a little bit of love.
Well, it's like for this one too, it was like it gave time to each one of our killers. It let them establish who they are, what their quirks are, what would happen if you ran into one of them. It's like it's like none of them felt wasted.
Nope.
And that's hard to do. It's like, look at it even look at that with 13 Ghosts, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And of course it's like everybody wanted more time with the backstory and the ghosts and stuff like that. And it's like, but when you've got 13 of them,
yeah, right,
it's difficult to show that. It's going to be a really long movie. And it's like, but this was able to balance all of them by jumping around, but not to where you felt like, oh, I'm lost now. What's going on? They kept you, clued into what was going on within all this madness.
No, absolutely. I mean, not to forget that there was an original cast that was supposed to play each one of these serial killers, and what a way to get told that you're not on this evening.
Well, you are, just not. You're not playing the part that you thought you were initially.
Nope. As a matter of fact, you're adding to the flavor.
Right. You're adding to the authenticity. Because we can, without ruining anything for our demons, that none of them enjoyed their depictions of their work areas.
No, not at all.
So, you got to redecorate, make the place homey, make it feel cozy.
And they authenticate what is about to happen.
Exactly.
And far supersede the expectations.
Give the people what they paid for. And more.
In more ways than one.
A lot more.
That's for sure. And this is one that you guys are not going to want to miss.
It's perfect for spooky season. It's a wild, crazy.
This is essential for your
funny ride. And that's where, to me, and before we even get to that, where it does beat the Funhouse, because the Funhouse in a lot of cases is very serious.
Extremely.
This is serious, but the comedy is so weaved into it.
It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, they work together
brilliantly
really well.
Placed.
The comedy is what this one has over the Funhouse for sure.
Instead of,
it's just different vibes.
It very much is a different vibe. It's also independent as well. This is very much an indie film.
Yeah, they're both. I mean, I would consider them both indie films. I really would. Because Toby Hooper was just starting.
Had Universal backing.
No, it did. It did. Yeah, that is true. But it's like each one of them didn't have a budget that was crazy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not what people think of a studio budget by any stretch, even for the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
With a lot of films and for 2015, really, because everything was digital. You know, that's where we were getting really bad CGI of every movie, and it's like each one of these is an
which
actor.
I honestly think was
You know,
was somewhat done on purpose.
well, it probably was, but it's like in this, you know, they were able to do so much with a limited budget, and each one
It's
of
magic. It's one
yeah,
of the most watched films right now.
everybody swings for it, you know, swings for the fences. You know, you gotta,
Literally.
you know, it's like exactly, you gotta, you know, you see that bell, you gotta ring it.
Yep, everybody has to do the test of strength. It doesn't matter where or when, but you know, you come across it. And in this case, our professional wrestler decides to show just how much he's got. Damn near
Yes,
broke the thing.
you know what I mean? But it's like too for our demons as well. This is filmed in a haunt in Ohio that was based on Clive Barker's Lord of Illusions.
Yep.
And it's like in any film that can do that, I feel that has an already established haunt that they're going to film in, it feels more real. It feels more authenticated.
I was gonna say, what better place to set the stage for what's about to happen?
Well, right, it's Clive Barker.
Can't go wrong with Clive.
No, we got to make
And-
Clive happy, especially if it's horror. We need to make our master happy, and Clive is definitely one of our horror masters. So,
Oh, big time.
very much so. So it's like that was a nice nod that I thought was, you know, a nice little touch.
Absolutely. So let's give you a glimpse into the world of Funhouse Massacre.
Dahmer and Bundy and Gacy, they're just the ones that got all the press. We house the ones that you whisper about around the campfire.
Let's give the boys a tour of their new playground.
It looks like a killer scene tonight here at the Macon County Funhouse. We may need crowd control. That is right, Dr. D. People are literally losing their heads to get in here tonight.
Not scared.
Uh-oh, folks.
Oh, that looks so real.
That other one's hot.
This place is too scary for me.
Besides, so many white people like this.
I'm amazed at how desensitized you all are. You truly are sick individuals.
Let me guess, your friend's been murdered at the Funhouse. Wow, that was actually pretty realistic.
I think it's time for our final act.
They locked us in! What's going on here? That would be a good time to run.
I hate Halloween.
Are you crazy? Do you know what's happening out there?
Oh, you mean the deranged serial killers who are pretending to be haunted house characters and killing everybody?
These games look so fun.
These monsters, even God is afraid of.
No way you live. No way. Yeah. Okay. You are so bad at this.
Miss, are you dead?
I mean, I was in stitches the whole time watching it.
Oh, she didn't tell me.
Yeah, this was definitely a film that is one of those that came out of nowhere. Could have totally went to the theater, and I think actually would have fucking done amazing.
I think it would have played pretty well too. I really do, because it's like we were saying before. It weaves the horror and the comedy together so well. It's a fun ride, you know. And it's like It's one of those go to the theater, grab you some popcorn, your favorite drink or whatever, and just sit there and laugh your butt off and enjoy a good horror movie. It's one of those.
Well, and it gives you characters that you can root for
and relate to for a lot of people.
That's one of the best parts. It's like, oh, that one's gonna get it. You start like kind of figuring out.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's
survivor.
the thing too,
but then again, it throws a bunch of twists and turns at you that you weren't ready for.
Well, that's the thing. It's like everybody's human. There's no supernatural aspects to this. It's real people. It's like that's the thing. It's like you don't need boogeymen. You've got real people that are really bad people that are free and able to indulge their twisted ways.
Exactly. So, it's got everything you want. If you're a true crime fan, it's got that. A very, very good story. Like we said, the comedy is well placed. And some of the, and that's one of the things I always have to say. There's been a lot of serious horror films that have come out over time that always have that little bit of comedic flair to it. And I feel like this film really capitalizes on that in so many cool ways, where it's not like it's so stupid that you're just like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More or less like, that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's the kind of feeling it's going to give you.
Well, it's like they're having fun with you. It feels like the cast and everybody was having fun making it. And that always makes for a better watch. I don't care what genre it is. When it seems like the cast enjoyed what they were doing, you'll get a way better project every time.
Every time.
Every single time. So it's like, and that one captured it really well.
So I think it's time to go to the skull-o-meter to figure out how many skulls we're giving each of these films to see which one wins. I don't know. In this case, I feel like there is a clear winner. I give a 4.5 to the Funhouse. The grit and graininess, that excellent 80s feel of horror was so on point. Obviously, Rick Baker, the creature mask prosthetic for the creature in this case, because we've never really done anything like this before. And I feel like they pulled it off very, very well. Because, it's one of those first times you're really, demonizing a fun house, which is a staple for, family entertainment. And I feel like Tobe Hooper absolutely brought it. Sound is fantastic. Fuck jump scares. This guy's literally showing up everywhere at any given moment.
Because it's his home, it's like he knows every aspect of this place.
It's intense all the way through. You don't get any subtle moments where it's like, I can catch my... No, you're about to get destroyed, at the very next turn. So I give a 4.5 for that one.
I believe for this one, I'm going to have to, for multiple reasons, I have to go full 5 skulls.
Woo!
I have to.
All right.
It's Tobe Hooper and Rick Baker together. Like you said, it's also taking amazing creature effects and bringing darkness and turning the Funhouse idea on its head.
Yes.
To where it's a terror ride. It's like like you said, the grittiness, the suspense, the atmosphere.
The soundtrack.
Exactly. I have to give it 5 skulls.
Nice.
I have to.
Okay. And to our dear number 2, the Funhouse Massacre. Cinematography is fucking amazing. The cast is over the top killer. I mean, they couldn't have picked better people, to play the serial killers and the ones that don't really realize what is about to happen to them.
Right. Yeah.
Everything from serious kills to diabolical, to the characters that bring the comedic flavor. It's a film that literally gives you the best of all worlds. Music is fantastic. It's upbeat, and it gives you that feeling of cheering.
Right. Yeah.
You have all these, for a lack of a better term, dumbasses coming through, and they think they're getting a show, but what they're actually witnessing is actual killings. I thought it was very original, excellent take on it. I got to give it 5 out of 5 skulls.
And for myself, I have to do the same. I do. I've got a double 5 skull tonight.
This is a first time. This is a legendary historical moment. We have never had 2 films tie whatsoever. So we're going to put this in the hands of you, the viewers, the beautiful demons and addicts that you are. We want to see how many skulls you are going to give to both of these films based on the trailers that you've seen. I know it's tough. It's going to literally take out your entrails. But we want you to think for a moment, based on what you've seen, based on what you've heard, which one do you declare the victor? We'll give you a few moments. So how's the crypt? How's the family?
Undead, dusty, spider infested. So good.
Mortlock's still,
Oh yeah,
kind of mad about that whole garlic debacle.
We moved that part of the garden. He's not upset about that anymore. But he doesn't keep flying into my window at night. I keep telling him, if you're going to turn into a bat, open the window first. But he don't. So I come in there, try to fix my window, and I've got a bat ass hanging out of it and Mortlock's face out the other end. And it's like, open the window first. It's like, I don't even turn into a bat, and I know that.
Mort Wolf still got fleas?
We got him a collar. We did get him a collar. He doesn't like it. I had to take the bell off because he was driving himself crazy, driving me crazy.
Oh, well, of course, naturally. He likes the sound of the bell.
So, we took him for, he's been vacationing in the moors.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Drop your votes down in the comment section, please. You're rating the Funhouse and the Funhouse Massacre on out of 5 skulls. So don't be shy. I can see you. Put it in the comments. We have a tie and we need somebody to break it. So definitely put your rating in the comment section. That way we can find a victor between these 2 epic takes on Funhouses. Because at the end of the day, you can call it a haunt. It's still a funhouse.
That's true.
It doesn't just appear in a carnival. I believe we have crickets. Tumbleweed just went by.
I wonder where the lizard man is.
Damn! Don't be afraid to tell us. Please. The Funhouse versus the Funhouse Massacre. So if you've seen one or both of these, again, you can catch the Funhouse on Prime Video, and the Funhouse Massacre you can catch on Tubi. It's free. Lizzie says, "Are y'all waiting on me? I haven't watched them yet." I said, based on the trailers, which one looks better? Come on!
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Join the dark side.
I've got my eye on you. Come on! I don't know. I may have to flip a coin. Shit, this could also be another horror barbecue first. Lizzie says too much pressure. And there's other people watching, and it's like, come on, we want to hear your voice. We're putting it in the voice of the living. She says they both look good. God damn it. This is so tough. Both are amazing in their own right. To me, there is just one that definitely is a cut above the other. And I got to go with the Funhouse Massacre on this one. Oh, we got to vote for the Funhouse.
Which I vote for.
All right. Okay. She's like, he's going to whip me if I don't say it. If I don't sway that way.
Well, no, she can always make up her own mind.
I know. Honestly, though, I think once you see both of them, you're going to see all the things that we've basically been talking about as far as what really gets your motor running. You know what I'm saying? Because Tobe Hooper is a master of making your heart do this the whole time and doesn't let up. He just doesn't. I mean, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a total fucking proof to this. I mean,
oh yeah,
everything that he's done. And then, like you said, brings the Poltergeist. No one felt okay.
Yeah.
Film.
Yeah. Poltergeist was a very far-reaching film, even more than Texas Chainsaw in some ways.
Yeah.
But every one of them has its
very
own
unnerving
vibe. Yeah.
He was the first guy to really put all the focus on a young person.
Yeah.
Who was the conduit for the evil. And we love that shit, right? Yeah, they're here. Come on.
God.
And that fucking, toy clown.
His holy jam.
Right. So, I mean, excellent fucking film. It's just for me as a viewer, not just as, Reaper, the taker of souls. The Funhouse Massacre is just that. It was fucking fun on every level. In one film, you have the diabolical, you have the depraved, you had the murderous delight. You wanted to cheer for all those psychopaths because the people, and unholy bless their souls. They were there to give the public a good time, and they got immediately kicked out of their positions by the ones that inspired it in the first place. This is carnage candy. It almost reminds me of that mainstream hit Hellfest. And I was thinking about doing a versus with Hellfest in another film. Because they're both really, really good. But it's like you get something just so depraved. At the same time, you're laughing. It's like you get joy, you get scared, you get the gore, and you're like, how is this thing going to end up? Because it's a fucking nightmare. How many times you have a nightmare out there? You know what I'm saying? As individuals, where there are moments that you're like, oh man, everything's going to be cool. I could really use a shot of Jim Beam. And then the next moment, chaos. You're back on the run again from whatever is, terrorizing you in your sleep. And that's what I think the Funhouse Massacre is. But in this case, thanks to Lizzie out there, love you, appreciate you, is the victor. So hopefully, Black Flame Universe, we have inspired you to check out both of these films. One is on Tubi, and the other is on Prime Video. You can get it. I think you can also get, yes, it's also available if you have YouTube, YouTube movies. You can either, I don't know if it's free though. That's the crazy part. I'll have to look into that. But it is available, and I know it's available on YouTube. So whether for rent or for free, you should check this one out as well. It's definitely Tobe Hooper at his best, with Rick Baker bringing the pain like he always does.
True.
So that's it. The Funhouse is very much still a fun house. In so many dark ways. So thank you all so much for joining us on this edition of the Horror Barbecue. Hopefully you've had as much fun as we have. And don't forget, it is spooky season. And again, I have to let you all know, if you're in the Tennessee area, you can catch me at the Tennessee Metal Devastation Show this Saturday. Come on down. Let's hang out. Let's party. Let's light it up so the gods notice us. That's right. It's going to be a blast. It's a family event and so many different awesome moments that you can have. But most importantly, again, it's spooky season. I challenge you. My brother Mortimer here also challenges you to watch not one, but two, but three horror films every night, all the way through October 31st. And you better hope that you survive, because we're watching. And always stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Rebirth Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black Flame Entertainment.